The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Part 1. The Awakening. Right now, as you listen to this audiobook, something extraordinary is happening. You may not feel it. You may not notice it. But the most powerful force shaping your life is already active. Your subconscious mind. It decided what you believe is possible. It shaped your confidence, your fears, your habits. It influences how much success you allow yourself to have, how much love you believe you deserve, how far you think you can go. And here is the truth most people never hear. You are not living the life you consciously want. You are living the life your subconscious mind was programmed to accept. But what if that program could be changed? What if the limits you feel, the doubts you carry, the patterns you repeat, were not who you truly are? Stay with me, because by the end of this audiobook, you won't just understand your mind, you'll know how to reprogram it. A silent force running your life. Most people believe they are in control of their lives. They think their decisions are logical, that their actions are deliberate, that their future depends only on effort and intelligence. But science, psychology, and decades of human observation tell a different story. Over 90% of your daily behavior is driven by your subconscious mind. That means the way you react to stress, the money decisions you make, the relationships you attract, the goals you chase or avoid, are happening automatically, not consciously. Your conscious mind sets goals. Your subconscious mind decides whether you succeed. And here's the problem. Most people never update. People like us don't succeed, don't take risks. Be realistic. You're not good at that. You didn't question these ideas. You accepted them as truth. Because the subconscious mind does not judge. It records, just like a camera. And once a belief is recorded, your subconscious works tirelessly to prove it right. Even if that belief hurts you, why smart people still feel stuck? Have you ever wondered why intelligent, talented people often struggle more than they should? Why they overthink, self-sabotage, or feel blocked just when things start going well? It's not a lack of ability. It's a conflict between conscious desire and subconscious belief. Your conscious mind says, I want more money. Your subconscious mind says, money causes stress. Stay safe. Your conscious mind says, I want confidence. Your subconscious mind says, standing out is dangerous. And every time there is conflict, the subconscious mind wins. Every time. The comfort zone trap. Your subconscious mind has one primary job: to keep you safe, not successful, not fulfilled, not happy. Safe. It prefers familiarity over improvement, even if familiarity includes stress, anxiety, or struggle. This is why people stay in jobs they hate, remain in unhealthy relationships, repeat the same mistakes, because the subconscious mind says, at least this is familiar. Growth feels unknown, and unknown feels unsafe. So the mind pulls you back, not because you're weak, but because the program is strong. Your life is a reflection, not a coincidence. Take a moment. Look at your current life, your income level, your health, your relationships, your confidence. These are not random. They are reflections of deeply held subconscious beliefs. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you believe is normal for you. And until those beliefs change, results don't. The hidden language of the subconscious. The subconscious mind does not understand logic. It does not respond to willpower. It speaks a different language of emotion, repetition, imagery, feeling. This is why simply thinking positive rarely works. You can repeat affirmations all day, but if there is no emotional acceptance, The subconscious ignores them. Change does not happen through force. It happens through alignment. Why motivation fades? Motivation comes from the conscious mind. That's why it fades. You feel inspired. You start strong. Then something pulls you back. Old habits return. Old fears resurface. This is not failure. It's subconscious resistance. The subconscious says, "This version of you is unfamiliar. Return to baseline." And unless you work with the subconscious, not against it, change will always be temporary. The moment everything can shift. Here's the empowering truth. The same subconscious mind that learned limitation can learn freedom. The same system that stored fear can store confidence. The same mechanism that repeated failure can repeat success. Your subconscious mind is not your enemy. It is your most powerful ally. Once you understand how to communicate with it, awareness is the first breakthrough. Just listening to this audiobook is already creating change, because awareness weakens unconscious patterns. When you understand why you react the way you do, you begin to step out of autopilot. And when you step out of autopilot, choice returns. What this audiobook will do for you. This audiobook is not about blind positivity. It's about understanding how your mind actually works, learning how beliefs are formed, reprogramming patterns at the root, creating lasting internal change. No hype, no superstition, no empty motivation, only practical principles, explained in a way your subconscious understands. A simple truth to carry forward. You don't need to become someone new. You need to remove what was never truly you. The doubts, the limits, the inherited beliefs. They were learned, which means they can be unlearned. Part 2. Understanding the subconscious. The mind you think you control, and the one you don't. Most people believe the mind is one thing, one voice, one decision maker, one source of control. But in reality, your mind has two very different systems: the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Understanding the difference between these two is the foundation of real change. Without this understanding, people keep fighting themselves and wonder why nothing sticks. The conscious mind, the thinker. Your conscious mind is the part of you that is listening right now. It analyzes, it reasons, it plans, it sets goals. It's logical and intentional. The conscious mind says, "I want to change. I want more. I'm ready to improve my life." But here's the limitation. The conscious mind is slow and easily exhausted. It can focus on only a few things at a time, and it shuts down when emotions rise. That's why willpower doesn't last. The subconscious mind, the doer. Your subconscious mind is different. It does not think. It executes. It runs habits. It controls emotional reactions. It manages breathing, heartbeat, digestion. It stores memories, beliefs, and identity. It is always active, even when you're asleep. And most importantly, it accepts information without questioning. Whatever it accepts is true. It works to make real. A simple analogy that changes everything. Think of your mind like this. Your conscious mind is the captain of a ship. Your subconscious mind is the autopilot system. The captain gives direction, but the autopilot actually steers the ship. You can shout at the autopilot. You can argue with it. You can demand change. But unless the autopilot is reprogrammed, the ship keeps going in the same direction. Why habits feel automatic? Have you ever driven somewhere and suddenly realized you don't remember part of the drive? That's the subconscious mind at work. Habits are subconscious programs. Once a behavior is repeated enough times, the subconscious takes over to save energy. This is efficient. But it's also dangerous, because once a habit is installed, it feels like just who you are, even when it's not. Identity, the deepest program, your most powerful subconscious program, is your identity. Not what you want, not what you say, but what you believe you are. I'm not good with money. I'm shy. I always struggle. I'm just not that kind of person. These statements are not facts. They are subconscious identities. And your subconscious mind's job is to stay consistent with identity. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, the mind will create situations to match that belief. Not to punish you, but to stay consistent. Why change feels uncomfortable. When you try to change, you're not just changing behavior. You're challenging identity. And the subconscious mind resists identity threats. That resistance feels like procrastination, anxiety, self-doubt, sudden loss of motivation. Not because change is wrong, but because it's unfamiliar. The subconscious says, "This is not who we are." The subconscious mind and emotion. Emotion is the language of the subconscious. The subconscious does not respond to words alone. It responds to feeling. This is why emotional experiences leave deeper impressions than logical ones. A single emotional moment can create a belief that lasts decades. Fear, shame, embarrassment, love, validation. Emotion is the glue that locks beliefs in place. Why childhood experiences matter so much. In early childhood, the conscious mind is not fully developed. That means the subconscious mind is wide open. Children don't filter information. They absorb it. That's why early experiences feel so powerful, even years later. The subconscious doesn't know time. An emotional memory from childhood can still influence adult behavior. Without awareness, people keep reacting to the present with emotional programs from the past. The subconscious mind doesn't know right or wrong. This is critical to understand. The subconscious mind does not judge. It doesn't know what's good or bad. It only knows what's familiar. If chaos feels familiar, it recreates chaos. If struggle feels normal, it recreates struggle. Not because you want it, but because the program demands consistency. Why logic alone never works. This is why people say things like, "I know better, but I still do it. I understand the problem, but I can't stop. I don't want this, yet it keeps happening." Knowledge lives in the conscious mind. Behavior lives in the subconscious. You don't change behavior with information. You change behavior with reprogramming. The subconscious is always listening. Every thought you repeat, every emotion you rehearse, every mental image you dwell on is communication. The subconscious mind is always listening, not to what you say once, but to what you repeat with feeling. This is why unconscious negative self-talk is so powerful. The mind believes what you tell it consistently. A quiet but powerful truth. You don't need to fight your subconscious mind. You need to educate it. You don't need more force. You need better communication. When you learn the language of the subconscious, change stops being exhausting and starts becoming natural. A moment of awareness. Right now, just notice your reactions, your emotional patterns, your habits, your automatic thoughts. They are not flaws. They are programs. And programs can be changed. Cliffhanger closing, slow, grounded. In the next part, we'll go deeper into beliefs, how they're formed, how they silently control money, confidence, and success, and most importantly, how to identify the beliefs that are currently running your life. Stay with me, because once you see your beliefs clearly, they lose their power over you. Part 3. Beliefs. The hidden code running your life. The invisible system you're living inside. Every person lives inside a system, not a political system, not a social system, a belief system. And here's what most people don't realize. Your beliefs are not passive thoughts. They are instructions. They tell your subconscious mind what to focus on, what to ignore, what feels possible, what feels dangerous. You don't see the system because you're inside it. What a belief really is. A belief is simply a thought that has been repeated enough times, with enough emotion, that the subconscious mind accepted it as true. That's it. No belief is born with you. Every belief is learned, which means every belief can be changed. The 3 core belief categories. Most subconscious beliefs fall into 3 categories. Beliefs about yourself, beliefs about the world, beliefs about what you deserve. These 3 quietly shape every decision you make. Beliefs about yourself. I'm confident. I'm not good at this. I always mess things up. I'm capable. I'm behind in life. These statements feel personal. They feel like identity, but they're not facts. They're programs. And once installed, the subconscious mind works tirelessly to gather evidence that supports them. If you believe you're not good enough, your mind will filter reality to prove that belief correct. Not because it's true, but because it's consistent. Beliefs about the world. The world is unfair. Success requires suffering. People can't be trusted. Money changes people. These beliefs shape how you interact with life. If you believe opportunity is rare, you stop seeing it. If you believe success is stressful, you subconsciously avoid it. The world doesn't change. Your perception does. Beliefs about what you deserve. This is the most powerful category. Your subconscious mind has an internal set point, a level of success, love, and happiness that feels normal for you. When life rises above that set point, the subconscious often pulls you back through self-sabotage, procrastination, guilt, unconscious mistakes. Not because you don't want more, but because more feels unfamiliar. The money belief trap. Money is one of the clearest mirrors of subconscious belief. 2 people can have the same skills, the same opportunities, and completely different financial results. Why? Belief. Some people believe money equals freedom. Others believe money equals stress. Some believe wealth is available. Others believe it's reserved for certain people. The subconscious mind does not chase what feels unsafe. If wealth feels threatening, it will always stay just out of reach. Why you repeat the same patterns? Look at your life patterns, relationships, career choices, emotional reactions. Do you notice repetition? Different people, different situations, same emotional outcome. That's not coincidence. That's belief-based behavior. Until the belief changes, the pattern repeats. The confirmation bias effect. Your subconscious mind has a filter. It searches for evidence that supports what you already believe. This is called confirmation bias. If you believe you're unlucky, you'll notice every failure. If you believe people disappoint you, you'll remember every letdown. Contradictory evidence is ignored. Not intentionally, automatically. Why positive thinking alone fails? This is why surface-level positivity doesn't work. You can say, I am successful. But if your subconscious believes, I struggle, the mind rejects the statement. The subconscious doesn't respond to words. It responds to emotional truth. If the emotion doesn't match, the belief doesn't change. How beliefs are reinforced. Beliefs are reinforced through repetition, emotional intensity, authority figures, group identity. This is why family beliefs run deep. Cultural conditioning feels powerful. Social environments shape mindset. Your subconscious learns from repetition. It will change the same way. The first step to belief change. You cannot change a belief you are not aware of. Awareness weakens belief. Ask yourself, what do I believe about success? What do I believe about money? What do I believe about myself? Don't judge the answers. Observe them. They explain everything. A powerful reframe. Here's a shift that changes everything. Your beliefs are not you. They are software. And software can be updated. You don't need to fight the old belief. You need to install a stronger one. Why resistance is a good sign. When a new idea feels uncomfortable. When a possibility feels not for you. That's not a sign to stop. That's a sign you found a core belief. Discomfort points to the program. A quiet truth to sit with. Your life will not exceed the boundaries of your subconscious beliefs. But the moment those beliefs expand, life follows. Cliffhanger closing slow. Assured. In the next part, we'll explore how thoughts and emotions communicate with the subconscious mind. Why repetition alone is not enough. And why feeling is the real key to change. Stay with me, because once you understand how emotion programs the mind, everything accelerates. Part 4. The power of the subconscious mind. Becoming the person your future requires. If you've listened this far, you're no longer the same person who started. Something subtle has already shifted. Not on the surface, but underneath. And that's exactly where real change begins. The most important truth you must understand. Your life does not change when you want more. Your life changes when you become different. Not by force, not by effort, but by identity. Because your subconscious mind does not respond to goals. It responds to self-image. Why self-image controls everything. Your subconscious is constantly asking one question. Who do I believe I am? And it organizes your entire life to match the answer. If your self-image says, I'm someone who struggles. I'm not good with money. I'm always behind. People don't take me seriously. Then no technique will save you. Because the subconscious will reject anything that doesn't match identity. But the moment identity shifts, behavior follows. Opportunities align. Confidence becomes automatic. The identity lock-in principle. Here's how transformation becomes permanent. You stop saying, I want to be confident. And you start asking, what would a confident version of me do today? Small decisions. Different posture. Different tone. Different standards. Not pretending. Practicing familiarity. Your subconscious learns by exposure. Act long enough, and it accepts. Once accepted, it protects the new identity just as fiercely as the old one. The daily subconscious alignment routine. This is simple, but simple doesn't mean weak. Morning, before checking your phone, take one deep breath. Say silently, today, I act as the person I'm becoming. No pressure, just orientation. Midday awareness. When stress hits, relax your shoulders. Slow your breathing. Say, I am safe. I respond, not react. This tells your subconscious there is no danger, and calm equals control. Night reprogramming. As you fall asleep, replay one small win from the day. Not a fantasy. A real moment. Confidence. Discipline. Clarity. Your subconscious doesn't care how big it was. It only cares that it happened. Why this works, and most things don't. Your subconscious mind changes through repetition, emotional safety, consistency, identity reinforcement, not intensity. That's why people burn out. They try to shock their system into change. But your subconscious changes through trust. Slow, steady, relentless, letting go of the old self. At some point, you may feel uncomfortable, not because something is wrong, but because the old identity is losing authority. You may feel detached from old habits, less interested in old conversations, less reactive, more selective. This is not isolation. This is evolution. Money, success, and ease. When your subconscious no longer sees success as a threat, you stop forcing, you stop chasing, you stop proving, and opportunities begin to feel obvious. People call it luck, but luck is just alignment without resistance. The final shift. The goal was never to control your mind. The goal was to befriend it. Because once your subconscious feels safe with your vision, it will move mountains quietly. A message for your subconscious: final, slow, gentle, certain. You are allowed to succeed. You are allowed to feel calm. You are allowed to receive more. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be rushed. You are already becoming the person your future requires. Remember this. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall, or rise, to the level of your subconscious identity. And now, that identity has changed. This is not the end. This is the new baseline. Part 5. The power of the subconscious mind. Living from the new program. Slow, reassuring, grounded voice. There is a moment in every real transformation when effort quietly disappears, not because life becomes easy, but because resistance is gone. If you're here now, listening to this final part, that moment is closer than you think. The truth most people never hear. You don't maintain change by constantly working on yourself. You maintain change by no longer arguing with who you are becoming. The subconscious does not need motivation. It needs confirmation. Why people relapse and why you won't. Most people return to old patterns because they wait for proof before believing. They treat growth like a temporary project. They identify with effort, not identity. Your subconscious hears, "This is temporary," and so it keeps the old door open. But now, the message is different. The message is, "This is who I am now." No drama, no announcement, just quiet certainty, the non-negotiable standard. Here's the shift that locks everything in. You stop asking, "How do I feel today?" And you start asking, "What is my standard?" Your subconscious respects standards. Standards create boundaries. Boundaries create safety. Safety creates consistency. You don't need to feel confident to act with self-respect. You don't need to feel motivated to honor your future. Emotional mastery without suppression. Let's be clear. Growth does not mean you never feel fear, doubt, or frustration. It means they no longer decide your behavior. When emotion arises, you don't fight it. You observe it. And observation removes control. Say quietly, "This is just a sensation. It will pass." Your subconscious learns. Emotions are not emergencies. And calm becomes your default. The power of doing less, consistently. Your new identity is not built through intensity. It's built through predictability. Small promises kept. Simple routines honored. Rest without guilt. Action without overthinking. This teaches your subconscious, "I can trust myself." And trust is the foundation of confidence. How your environment shapes your mind. Your subconscious is always absorbing cues from the people you listen to, the conversations you repeat, the content you consume, the spaces you stay in. You don't need to cut everyone off. You just stop letting old energy have decision-making power. This is not superiority. This is self-respect. Success without self-pressure. Here's a paradox that changes everything. When you stop chasing success, you become someone success is drawn to. Because desperation signals lack. Calm signals capacity. Your subconscious communicates this silently. Through posture. Through tone.